If you're experiencing rising costs, then this is the episode for you. We're all under quite a lot of cost pressure at the moment. We have increased labor costs, we have increased direct costs, increased overheads, products and services are going up, and as a business, you cannot sustain all of these increases time after time. At some point, you need to pass the costs on. Otherwise, you're putting yourself through all of the stress, all of the heartache of being a business owner, only to find that by the end of the month or the end of the quarter, you haven't made enough profit or any profit. That's not sustainable. So how do you go about increasing your prices in an intelligent and objective way? Because it's very easy to get caught up in the drama and look at this with emotion and fear. This is what this episode is all about. I want to share the methodology that I use with my clients with you. So in order to use my methodology, we need to understand an important concept called price sensitivity. So price sensitivity is pretty much what it says on the tin. It's about how sensitive customers are to the prices going up. So products that are highly price sensitive tend to be those products where it's very easy to get a substitute at comparable quality at pretty much the same price. So if you've got products or services where it's very easy for customers to go elsewhere to get pretty much the same thing, then those products tend to be much more price sensitive. Then you'll have products that aren't that price sensitive because it's not very easy to compare, it's not very easy to get the same thing elsewhere conveniently. So you've got this price sensitivity concept that you need to understand. And my recommendation is that you look at all of your products and services and you put them into three camps if you want to keep things dead simple. You've got products that are highly price sensitive, you have products that are medium sensitive, and you have products that are not price sensitive at all. When you can put them in these three camps, it helps you approach this exercise a little bit more objectively. If you find this content useful and want to see more of it, then please like, follow, subscribe, or connect, depending on where you are watching. The next thing that you need to do is get the true costs of delivery for all of your products and services. If you need to crunch some numbers, then that's what you need to do. If you need to spend hours getting your team members to put things together and review them, then that is what you need to do. You want to get to the true cost of each of these products and services. Then what you need to do is you need to get one of these bad boys. This is a margin impact chart. And the way that it works is along the top, you have the various gross margins of a particular product or service. Along the left, you have the various price increases or potential price increases. And in the middle, you have a volume matrix. It's a pretty simple tool, but it's really, really powerful. What this volume matrix helps you understand is if you put the prices up by whatever level on the left-hand side, it shows you at the respective gross margin how much volume you can afford to lose in total and still have the same amount of gross profit at the end of the period. So for example, if you have a product that has a 40% gross margin and you put the prices up, or you propose to put the prices up for that particular product by 10%, what this shows you is that you could afford to lose 20% of your sales volume over a particular period and still have the same amount of gross profit within the business. The question is, if we put the price up by 10%, in the worst case scenario, do we think we're going to lose 20% of our volume? If it's not very price sensitive, the answer is probably no. If it's medium price sensitive, then you need to make that judgment call with your sales team and your marketing team. And if it is very, very price sensitive, then you probably can't afford to do that. Because if you feel that you're going to have a significant drop off greater than 20%, then it makes the decision a little bit easier. And if you use this price sensitivity concept and you use this margin impact chart, it helps you approach this exercise with a bit more objectivity. You can approach this exercise with nuance because you're looking at these products in one of these three categories. You're using the margin impact chart so that you can see how much volume you would need to lose before it becomes a problem. So it's not a perfect vehicle, but it is much better than just finger in the air, trying to guess away or being too conservative and not putting the prices up by enough. This is the way that I want you to approach your price increases. Take the emotion out and look at it using the lens of price sensitivity and a margin impact chart. By the way, the opposite of this is looking at your margin impact charts in the context of discounting. So as you can see here, if you are considering discounting your products to be able to increase sales volume, this is the tool you want to use. So if you look at that same product, a 40% gross margin, if you were to reduce the price by 10%, hoping that you're going to get much more sales, you would need to sell 33% more volume in order to have the same amount of gross profit over a particular period. So the question is, in those cases, if we reduce our prices by 10%, are we going to sell much more than 33% in volume? If the answer is no, then do not put your prices down. Generally speaking, most of you should be reviewing your margins with the intention of putting those margins up. Often, it's the margin shrinkage that is the problem, not more and more volume. So this is the way to approach your price increases. Look at it through the lens that I've just shown you. If you're considering putting your prices down, use the margin impact chart to make sure that you're being objective and realistic about how much additional sales volume you would need to justify that decision. And by doing this, you have a proper methodology for reviewing your margins and making much better decisions. If you would like a copy of these margin impact charts, then follow the instructions in the comments, send me an email at that email address, and I will fire them off to you. See you next time on Mind Your Own Business.